The 6 simple business models that quietly build wealth. Most people spend their entire lives complaining about the economy, about their salary, about the lack of opportunities. But very few stop to study the one thing that truly separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. Wealthy people choose business models that are simple, predictable, scalable, and built to last. They don't chase trends, they don't reinvent the wheel, they focus on cash flow systems that operate every single day, even when they're not around. And that's exactly why Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in history, became a billionaire by betting on businesses so simple that most people underestimate them. He never cared about glamour or complexity. He cared about 3 things: steady cash flow, operational simplicity, and predictable long-term growth. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 business models that are quietly making ordinary people financially independent. These are models that, when executed correctly, generate consistent revenue, whether the economy is booming or in crisis, whether you're at work, traveling, or sleeping. Let's break them down. Business 1. Automated vending operations. Let's dive into one of the smartest and most low-key businesses out there: vending machines. While you're busy working, shopping, or hitting the gym, there's always a machine somewhere selling things non-stop. Someone's earning from that even when they're asleep. Most people don't realize this is one of the most hands-off profitable models out there. Why it's a powerhouse? Low running costs and big markups. You might buy an item for $1 and sell it for $3. No staff needed, and works in any economy. Even in tough times, people grab quick snacks or drinks. The best locations to place a machine include gyms, hospitals, universities, hotels, offices. Now, let's talk about results. A well-placed vending machine can pull in $600 to $1,000 a month. In hospitals or colleges, that can go over $1,500. It's the kind of business you scale up gradually. 1 machine turns into 2, 2 into 4, and soon you've got a steady monthly income. Business 2. Specialized cleaning services. Let's move into one of the most lucrative sectors in the service industry: advanced, specialized cleaning. And to be clear, this has nothing to do with basic household cleaning. This is professional, technical cleaning designed for environments that demand precision, structure, and expertise, which is exactly why it pays significantly more. Most people have no idea how large and fast-growing this market is. We're talking about post-construction detailing, industrial-grade cleaning, deep sanitation, and the treatment of high-risk or highly sensitive spaces. These jobs require professional tools, approved chemicals, specific methods, and a flawless execution standard. Here's the crucial part. Companies invest heavily in those who can deliver this level of work because they simply cannot risk a bad result. No one will hand over a newly renovated property full of dust or residue. No business will open its doors with paint marks, grime, or debris. And no clinic can afford sloppy sanitization. Clients hiring this type of service are not looking for the cheapest option. They want someone reliable, someone who can solve a high-stakes problem efficiently and correctly. That's exactly why this niche offers some of the best profit margins in the entire cleaning industry. And here's what truly sets it apart. Very few people know how to do it properly. This lack of skilled competition creates an enormous opportunity for anyone trained in the right procedures. This aligns perfectly with Warren Buffett's philosophy. Choose businesses with barriers to entry, where skill and knowledge create a natural advantage. Specialized cleaning fits this perfectly. Now let's look at who actually needs this kind of service. Construction and renovation firms, architects and interior designers, engineers, clinics and medical spaces, retail stores, condominiums and residential buildings, offices and corporate spaces, gyms and restaurants. They pay well because they expect a flawless finish. This is where specialized cleaning becomes extremely profitable. Now, let's talk about results. Many small businesses in the U.S. earn $4,000 to $6,000 per month, and those who scale smartly can exceed $15,000 to $20,000 monthly. It's huge. Do a perfect job once, and the clients stay with you forever. Excellence builds loyalty, and loyalty builds revenue. Business 3. Small-scale storage rentals, one of the most stable, underestimated sources of recurring income. This model is built on a simple truth. People today own far more than their homes can store. Apartments are getting smaller, families move more frequently, small businesses need temporary space, and personal belongings keep accumulating. That consistent lack of space creates a permanent, high-demand market. By offering secure, accessible storage units, you generate predictable monthly revenue with very low operational costs. Clients rent a unit, store their belongings, and often stay for months, sometimes years, without requiring any ongoing labor from your side. Maintenance is minimal. Churn is low, and the business becomes increasingly stable as you add more units. This is a classic example of a business model aligned with Warren Buffett's principles: simple, predictable, and scalable. You can start small, even with container units, and expand as demand grows. Each additional unit increases your monthly income without increasing your workload. Once you build a solid structure with security, contracts, and organization, the operation practically runs itself. Now, let's talk about results. Each small storage unit can generate $30,000 to $80,000 per month. And once you scale to 20, 40, or even more units, the recurring revenue becomes extremely powerful. This is where mini storage quietly transforms into a strong, predictable cash flow business. Business 4. Equipment rentals, one of the smartest and most scalable service models. This model works for one simple reason. People and companies no longer want to buy expensive equipment they will only use occasionally. They prefer to rent what they need only when they need it. It is a huge opportunity. Think about everything that can be rented: power tools, pressure washers, landscaping equipment, generators, ladders and scaffolding, concrete mixers, cleaning machines, lighting and camera gear for events. The list is endless, and every item you rent out becomes a cash-producing asset. Here's where this business becomes truly attractive. You buy a piece of equipment once, and you rent it dozens or even hundreds of times. Every rental pays back part of your initial investment until the equipment becomes pure profit. Now, let's talk about results. A single item can bring in anywhere from $50 to $150 per rental, depending on the type of equipment and your market. Multiply that by regular demand, weekdays, weekends, construction season, events, and the numbers add up quickly. With a small starter inventory, many U.S. rental businesses generate $4,000 to $7,000 per month, and those that scale strategically, adding more equipment and securing commercial clients, can surpass $15,000 to $20,000 monthly. That's what makes equipment rental one of the most lucrative, a model where your assets take the lead and you simply manage the growth. Business 5. Local marketing services. A high demand almost every small business needs. Most small business owners are great at what they do: cutting hair, running a cafe, managing a gym, baking, offering services, but almost none of them know how to market their business. And that gap creates an opportunity. Local marketing is one of the most powerful, accessible, and low-cost business models you can start. All you need is your phone, basic marketing knowledge, and a strategy. Here's what you help business owners with: optimizing their Instagram and Facebook, creating simple, effective posts, setting up local ads, improving their Google business listing, organizing WhatsApp business, responding to messages and reviews, creating digital menus and service guides, developing strategies that increase foot traffic and sales. Why does this work so well? Because small businesses need visibility every single day. Without marketing, they disappear. With marketing, they grow, and you become the person who makes that happen. Now, let's talk about results. A basic monthly marketing package in the U.S. usually ranges from $300 to $600 per client. If you manage just 5 small clients, you're already earning around $1,500 to $3,000 per month. But those who scale strategically, adding more clients, offering content creation and premium packages, can exceed $8,000 to $12,000 per month with a very lean operation. This is why marketing services are one of the most profitable online and offline hybrid businesses today. Low cost, high demand, and recurring revenue. When done correctly, local marketing becomes a scalable, predictable business model that grows month after month. Clients stay because they see results, and results become your most effective selling tool. In a market where every business is fighting for attention, the person who creates visibility becomes indispensable. Business 6, automated food and beverage, a fast-growing model built on convenience and speed. Consumers today want everything quickly. No lines, no waiting, no staff interaction, just grab-and-go convenience. That's exactly why automated food and beverage stations are expanding so rapidly. These systems combine two of the strongest trends in the market: practicality and automation. Here's what you can offer: premium coffee machines, self-serve snack stations, autonomous mini-markets, smart refrigerators in office buildings, ice cream and frozen novelty freezers, beverage coolers in gyms, hotels, or co-working spaces. And here's why this model performs so well. Food and beverages are daily consumption products. People buy them over and over again every single day, which means your revenue is constant. Now, let's talk about results. A well-placed machine in the U.S. can generate $500 to $1,500 per month, and top-performing units in premium locations can reach $2,000 or more, depending on foot traffic and product mix. A small network of 5 to 10 well-positioned machines can bring in $3,000 to $10,000 per month in recurring revenue, especially in office buildings, gyms, hospitals, schools, and commercial complexes. And operators who scale strategically, securing high-demand locations and optimizing their product rotation, can exceed $15,000 to $20,000 per month with minimal labor, as the machines do most of the work. The model is simple. You don't need a full team, you don't need a large storefront, you don't need heavy infrastructure. Your role becomes restocking, monitoring sales, maintaining equipment, and optimizing locations. When handled correctly, automated food and beverage stations becomes one of the most scalable, low-labor, cash flow-driven business models in the U.S. It grows quietly, and it aligns perfectly with the modern consumer mindset: fast, simple, and convenient. These are 6 types of profitable businesses you can start to build steady income and financial freedom. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more insights like this.